season, and these two teams are still standing tall, undefeated, jockeying for playoff position, and now a clash that could shape their postseason prospects. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Blue Devils will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Clemson.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Duke Blue Devils offense has the ball first today. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you play. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Clemson's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last one.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Adams. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the 1st down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
.90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll go to the ground. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Pucks it out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Off play action. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here they're trying to get to the edge. And he stopped him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rolling right and going deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's got it on the move. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The official says no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown, we're still sitting on a 10-point game. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Plows through the defense. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. The challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Sends it back in motion. To the ground with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He's going for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this.
Oh, he's got some space. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Knocked down to the tackle.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipke if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The field goal is no good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game, still sitting at 10. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you get in plus territory, you just go for it on 4th down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down or not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock, but more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Jukes his way for more. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
With the catch, it's Randall. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. There he goes. Delivers the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Throwing right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Gets rid of it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Anthony. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to let it go. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's more. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. To the air, it's Klubnik. He's not afraid to go deep. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. Just like the end of the game, the first half can finish up with a defensive penalty, so there will be one more untimed down.
Number 81 on the field goal.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Rush is on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. He's got it. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To the air, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The give from the gun. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The kick is on its way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Blue Devils are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Anthony. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw it. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Got him downfield. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Finds his man down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Nice move there. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Man, a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Firing to the right, complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Duke. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Kentucky. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
We got a close game here in the 3rd quarter, and you're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3 and out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Hold offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And here they come almost all the way back.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. play of this drive comes from the 27. Leaves it with the running back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Williams. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Up the final period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. First down here for the offense. Gets the back moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A first down run on the doorstep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Touchdown, Tiger! 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
There's an old-school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll send the back in motion. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. On the move, it's Moore. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a...
Unleashes one deep. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
Man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, guys. 9 points. He's cost his own team. You got to wonder what his confidence is like right now.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going downfield for the big play. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's King. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. But a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down and he's still going. They are on the move down to the 32 and they pick up another first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blue Devils are threatening on first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. And the comeback is on.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 14 to USC. We'll circle back to this Big Ten bet.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. It's caught. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Running the red zone, it's Haynes. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He takes the knee, and the undefeated season continues. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.